Hey guys, I'm back. I'm back with another video because everybody was asking me about updates about how I was feeling after I took my duck flower cleanse yesterday. So I wanted to kind of make this final video to give a recap on everything that happened. It won't be long. I won't keep you long, but everybody's like inboxing me, texting me, calling me, just asking questions to check on me because I really went through it yesterday with that duck flower cleanse. I will say this, I am a changed woman. That is for sure. I am a changed woman. Yesterday was pretty unnerving to me because it was so uncertain. That was the first time that I had ever done anything like that. I mean, I've been away to healing villages. I've been to do things like that to cleanse my body. I've also taken a lot of herbs, went on a lot of fasts, but this was the ultimate. So, as you know, I ordered some herbs from Madeira, California, which was called the duck flower. I had it shipped to me because I wanted to take it and have my body cleaned and cleansed and detoxified before the new year came. A lot of people were asking me if I was sick. I was not sick. I simply did that voluntarily because I wanted to detox and get all the toxins out of my body. The last meal I had was on Friday evening. I kind of just had some fruits. I think I had a little bit of like, what do you call those things? Tortilla, like flaxseed chips. I had a couple of those. I drank some water and I ate my last meal probably around like 8 o'clock. I knew I was getting up to go run on Saturday and to do my walk, run, and jog. So what I decided to do was just get in bed as early as I could, watch some videos on YouTube, and wrap my mind around what was about to take place. When I got up early Saturday morning, I took a cup from my NutriBullet. I no longer have a NutriBullet. I now use a Vitamix, but I saved the cup from it. I filled that with the water and I filled it with the duck flower. Now, the duck flower came to me, it was dried. So I wasn't even sure if it was gonna work because it looked absolutely nothing like the pictures I had seen online and on YouTube, but I guess they shipped it that way so it would stay fresh and that it would still hold on to its potency. So I put it in some water in my NutriBullet cup. I left the house at about 7 o'clock with intentions on being back by 11. I didn't get back from my 13-mile walk, run, and jog until about like 12:30. I still needed to take a shower and I wanted to have everything all prepared before I did this. But then the phone rang. So I went on and I took the phone calls of everybody that, needed to talk to me because I was like, once this thing starts, that's it. That's it. Because I knew it was supposed to go on for approximately 6 to 8 hours based on my research. So anyway, you guys saw what happened. You can look at my previous videos if you really want to see what happened from start to finish. I did like 2 previous videos and I'll also post them again so everybody can see exactly what took place as I went through the process. So I'm saying all that to say is after I took the duck flower, after I vomited, after I, purged my guts, it absolutely was totally unnerving to me and unexpected. But I can say that it really felt good coming out. But also, I want to back up a step is because a couple of things I did. I fasted, or not to say I fasted, but after I had that meal on Friday, I didn't eat anything else. So I did not eat after I came back from my running, my walking, and my jogging. All I did was take some water because they want you to be thoroughly hydrated. I typically drink about 64 to 96 ounces of water each day, but then I also have my fruits. So I don't always necessarily get in an entire gallon, but I get in quite a bit, as close to a gallon as I can, because I also need to get my rest and I don't want to be up going to the bathroom all night. So I try to have that water drink before 6 o'clock in the evening so I can rest properly. So I did that and then I just, said my prayers and went to sleep. After I came back from my walk, run, jog and got everything prepared, and before I made the video, I also did an enema cleanse, and I wanted to do that to give myself the best chance of success. So you guys, I did an enema, water enema, and I also have been drinking sea moss and eating fruits only, primarily over the last 2 months. Once in a while, I may have had like a chip or two, or I may have had a cooked meal based on what my body said. But typically, out of the last 2 months, I probably had about 4 cooked meals. That's it. Over the last 60 days, maybe about 4 cooked meals. But I'm not perfect. I just, I listen to my body and I let it flow. So I'm saying all that to say is that maybe that heightened my chances as well, because I thought it was going to be a lot worse based on what I was seeing on YouTube, but it wasn't bad at all. So here goes the fun part. After I vomited twice, and I drank water in between, and as I said, I did not get a chance to get the coconut water, so I added a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt, and I added a teaspoon of no salt, which is a potassium source. And I picked those up both at Walmart or Trader Joe's, somewhere like that. You can get that stuff anywhere. And obviously they aren't paying me to say this, but I'm doing this and giving you this information as a resource so that if you would like to go through this experience and try it, that you have all the information possible and what I did and what I used. I'm being totally transparent. So after that happened, I literally I was going in between hot and cold. Sometimes my body would feel hot, sometimes it would feel cold, sometimes it would be hot. So I just kept a blanket around me to keep it kind of around my shoulders, because I didn't want to wear long sleeves. So I just kept the blanket out. A couple of people called me in between. I was constantly posting on Facebook just to let you guys know that I was okay. And I was also posting on Instagram just to let people know that I was okay, how the process was going, and what I was feeling. So I kind of gave you play-by-play as much as I could. But I still had that nauseous feeling in my stomach, not knowing when it would happen again, because I vomited one right behind the other. And it actually happened. I took the herbs at 1:15, I'll say at about 2:20. Right around like an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and a half, there was the vomit. I vomited in a bucket, and then, like I said, I went through the hot and cold and the nausea. I did all of that. But I could feel it moving through my body. I could feel like my underarms sweating. I could feel like my stomach nausea. I never felt like I had to go to the bathroom and do a number 2, but I had to keep going to the bathroom to urinate because I was drinking water in between to be prepared for the next vomiting session. And also I did not want to be dehydrated and have dry heaves. Then fast forward to about 6 o'clock or so, I started to get extremely tired. I was like, why am I tired? I mean, I ran, everything is okay. But I decided to, search around. I was like, no more YouTube, no more social media. Let me see if I can find something to watch. So I went to Netflix, I turned on a movie, and I really just couldn't get into it because my mind was all over the place. Am I going to throw up? Am I going to have to do number 2? What's going to happen in my body? All of these changes that I'm feeling, hot, cold, everything. So the next phase was that at about 7:45 or 8 o'clock, I got extremely sleepy. Like I was so sleepy as if I had worked a 10 to 12 hour day. I was like, why am I so sleepy? So at that point I decided, let me just, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, set my bed up, turn on my fan, my ceiling fan, or however I wanted to, keep myself cool because I wasn't sure if I was going to be hot or cold. Set my timer on my TV and just try to relax. I just want to say, I went through a lot of changes. My body went through a roller coaster of emotions because I had a lot on my mind. I had never done it before. I was nervous, but at the same time, I was excited because it was working. The cleanse was working. And that's what I wanted to do. I mean, that was my ultimate goal, right? So I couldn't get mad if I had to go to the bathroom or if I had to vomit more. Why would I be mad? That only meant that the healing and the cleansing and the detoxifying was working. So I just kind of just laid there. I was a little bit nervous because I was like, I don't want to throw up in my sleep, or I don't want to vomit while I'm in bed and they get all over my pillow, because then I was like, then I'll have more work to do. And I had just changed my sheets and cleaned everything up. So I was like, oh no. So I just kind of turned the movie on, put the timer on, settled down and relaxed. And let me tell you something. That was some of the best sleep I ever had. I mean, my body was weak, but I feel like the duck flower herbs were working so good, going into every cell of my body, going into every nook and cranny, going everywhere, inflammation, toxins, everywhere that healing was needed. I felt like that's what it was doing. So I just let it flow. I just let it flow. I mean, whatever was going on, I let it flow. The hot, the cold, the sweating, the headache, this funny feeling I had like on my tongue and the roof of my mouth. It was kind of like, you know, I could still taste that I had eaten the herb. And it wasn't a bad taste, but it was just kind of like, it wasn't cotton mouth. It was just, you know how it's just like, I need a cough drop or a lodging or a piece of fruit or something to brush my teeth or something to take that taste away. So I just let it happen. I just let it flow. I said, you know, if I have to go to the bathroom or if anything happens, I'll just clean it up in the morning. Guys, I slept so good. I woke up in the middle of the night, maybe about 1:45, something like that. Went to the restroom, looked on social media. I saw you guys commenting a little bit, and I kind of didn't respond. I kind of just scrolled a little bit, looked at the comments, and said I need to go back to sleep. Went back for my second set of sleep, and I slept even deeper, slept even better, slept even more vividly. My brain was even more clear. No brain fog. Had a little bit of a headache, but I figured that the herbs were working on that part of my body, clearing my mind and clearing my brain from all the anxiety and the nervousness and the fear that I had of even doing this whole process. So I just let it flow. And then when I woke up, I guess I started posting maybe a little around 7 or so. My body was still drained. I kind of felt like I used to feel when I used to go out and party and call myself trying to drink and hang out with the girls or hang out with the guys or be a part of the crowd. And I just was like, man, if this is what people feel like after drinking and smoking and vaping and doing whatever, it's not worth it. But I said, I'm willing to go through the process of sacrificing this for my healing. So it's all called a healing crisis. I mean, I walked around groggy pretty much for most of the morning, but I was determined to, you know, make sure that my room was clean and everything was back in order, that I washed that bucket out, that I took my shower, I did my prayers, I read my Bible, I did my devotions, and I just pushed my way through. Little groggy, and I still haven't eaten anything since Friday, and I don't feel hungry and I don't feel full. I just feel really clean, like it's still working. So I actually may have some food in about 30 minutes or so, but before I do anything, what I am going to do is to close out this cleanse is I'm going to have some sea moss. So I made this. You all are familiar. Everybody always asks me what I take. This is it prepared, and this is what it is. See that? Dr. Sebi Cell Food Bromide Plus Powder. This is what I'm going to be taking. I just mixed this with a little bit of clean water. Here's my water bottle here. Stirred it with a spoon, shook it up, and just let it settle for a little bit. So I'll be drinking this right now. And then once I finish with this, maybe about 30 minutes later, I'm going to have something to eat. But I feel wonderful. I feel great. I feel clean. I'm not hungry. I'm almost to the point where I'm like, I could eat that duck every day and I wouldn't even need food anymore. Like literally, that's how good I feel. I'm in no pain. I'm strong. I feel energetic. I feel like myself again, if not better. And I'm just going to continue to remember this experience for the rest of my life. I am forever changed, and it's inspired me to want to do some other things. I've been investigating and watching more research videos, and 2020 wasn't bad for me. I mean, I'm sorry about everybody else who had some bad times, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm just censoring myself on this video because I don't want them to take it down, because I do have some very good pertinent information and I want you all to have it. But Cheers to 2021 and what's to come. You should do the duck cleanse too. Give yourself a shot. Give yourself a shot. Madeira, California, Alka Herbs is where I got it. They deliver it quickly, they deliver it dry. And if it worked for me, it'll work for you. But use your own judgment, listen to your doctor. I'm no expert. It just worked for me. Give it a shot. Bottoms up. I made it, y'all. I did that. All right, your turn. Stay healthy. Stay wise. Stay focused. Love is the answer. Love is the key. Your body is your temple. I'm Coach Mocha, and I'm out. Peace. Bye.